There is this one thing in football betting that is rarely talked about, rarely discussed, but is a very important aspect of sports betting or football betting that you need to know about. Otherwise, if you keep ignoring, that will be the source of your tribulations. That is why you end up making a lot of losses and wondering why everything keeps going on wrong for you. And that one thing is something called bankroll management. Yes, bankroll management. So, in simple terms, bankroll management is all about managing the money you've set aside for sports betting. So, it's money management in sports betting. The money you have right now in your mobile wallet or your betting platform, how do you manage that money so that you don't bet carelessly and aimlessly? Right. Yeah, so welcome back, guys. This is Mr. Analysis with another video. Like I said, today we are discussing bankroll management, a very key pillar in sports betting. But before we embark on bankroll betting, let me ask you one question. What kind of a sports bettor are you? Yes, so what kind of a sports bettor are you? There are two kinds of sport bettors. We have casual bettors. Yes, casual bettors. So who are casual bettors? Casual bettors are people who make one-off bets without any long-term strategy or goal. They see a game they like, make a deposit, and place their bets. If they win, they withdraw the money, or if they don't withdraw the money, they bet again and again and again until they lose. I'm sure that describes most of us here. The fact that we normally don't have a strategy, we don't have a plan. We just wake up, bet on a game, and pray that we win big, right? The other type of bettors are professional bettors. So who are professional bettors? Number one, they have a bankroll, which is the subject of our discussion today. They also have a betting strategy. Remember, they say if you fail to plan, planning to fail. So strategy is a plan. You need to have a plan in place on how you're going to engage in betting. After making several wins, they normally withdraw their profits and leave some in their bankroll for future bet. So these are people who typically know what they are doing and they are planning very well to avoid losses. So which of the two are you? So are you a casual bettor or are you a professional bettor? Whichever way you answer that question, we still need to learn about our topic of discussion today. Now, let us understand what a bankroll is. So, what is a bankroll? Before we can define bankroll management, let us understand what a bankroll is. Now, a bankroll is the amount of money set aside for sports betting, e.g., in a week or in a month or in a year. So, at the beginning of the month, after you earn a salary, if you're employed, or you're in business, you've made some profit or just your normal hustle, you sit down and do a budget. So normally you're budgeting for food, you're budgeting for rent, for transport, and within that you're also budgeting for betting. And if you're not, you should start. Don't just bet anyhow. You should set some money aside for betting. So as you're doing your monthly budgeting, that is where you decide to set aside some amount of money for betting. So this can be within a week or a month or just the whole football season. You say this season 2024, 2025, I'm going to set $100 or $1,000 or whatever it is to be part of my money in betting so that I do not touch any other money that is rent money or food money or maybe transport money, right? Yes, so we need to budget. Now, once you've set aside that amount of money and it has become what we call your bankroll, then we engage in what is called bankroll management. So, what is bankroll management, which is the topic of discussion of this video today? Now, bankroll management, in simple terms, is the action of effectively managing your bankroll to reduce the risk of significant losses. Remember, we said your bankroll is the money you've set aside, you've budgeted for betting this season or this week or whatever it is, this day or this month. Now, bankroll management is effectively managing that money to reduce the risk of losses when you're engaging in betting. So, because a lot of you have not been taking this into account, maybe because you're not aware of it, it could be the reason why you are incurring a lot of losses every season when engaging in betting because you're not managing your money in a disciplined way, in a very responsible way. So today we are going to discuss that so that you do not set up yourself for failure. You do not become an emotional wreck, always sad, depressed. People have lost a lot. People have lost livelihoods. People have lost jobs. People have lost loved ones because of this thing called betting. So you guys need to do this responsibly so that you do not set up yourself for failure. Responsible betting calls for responsible financial management. Now that we know what bankroll management is, let us understand how you determine the size of your bankroll. At the beginning of the month, like I said, or at the end of the month, you've earned some money from your employment. Maybe you're employed, or from your business, or from your daily hustle. So you said, for me, I'm going to set aside this amount of money to engage in betting. So there is something you should note about that amount of money you set aside. That your bankroll should include an amount of money that you can comfortably afford to lose within a specified period of time, e.g., a week, a month, or a year. So when you're budgeting, like we saw, you do your budget for food, rent, transport, blah, 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 and you decide to set, say, $10 for betting, please make sure that that $10 you set aside for betting is an amount of money that you can comfortably afford to lose within a specified period of time without feeling any pain in your pocket, in your heart, or in your stomach, right? Yes, so the money you set aside as your bankroll could be, say, $3 per week. Say this week I want to use $3 in betting, or maybe say this month I want to spend $20, or this football season I want to spend $100. So that is up to you. It will depend on how much money you earn in a month or in a week. So it will vary from person to person depending on your financial capability. So whatever it is, then make sure the amount you set aside for betting is an amount that you can comfortably lose without feeling any pain. Yes, now that you know what bankroll is, you know what bankroll management is, and you know how to set aside some money for your bankroll, let us get to understand the bankroll strategies or the bankroll methods. Now, these are the methods or the techniques of managing that money to reduce losses. Now, the number one method is called the confidence models or the confidence model. Now, this model encourages you to increase your stake in games where you feel more confident about the outcome. So remember, you had set aside, like, say, $20 in your bankroll, and now it's Saturday, you want to bet on a game. So how much of that $20 are you supposed to bet on a game? So this model says it depends on your confidence. If you're confident enough about a game, you can bet the whole of it. You can decide to bet half of it or a quarter of that money. So it depends on your confidence about a game. And this confidence could be from your analysis of a game. So you've analyzed and you've said, this game I'm seeing Man United beating Arsenal, and you're very confident about that. So you can decide which amount to stake based on your confidence levels. It could be also because of the odds given by the bookmakers. The bookmakers are saying Man City versus Bournemouth. Man City odds is 1.30. Then it means obviously Man City should win this comfortably. Then you say that's a confidence bet. I'm going to bet more amount of money. But when your confidence levels are less, you're not so sure about the outcome, then you bet less amount of money. So this method is mostly used by professionals. Professionals like somebody called Billy Walters. If you haven't read about this guy, you can Google, or you can even search for his stories right here in YouTube. So Billy Walters is known for being the greatest sport bettor of all time. He commands respect from every prominent bookmaker in the world. Hmm? He commands respect from bookmakers. Which bookmaker respects you? You who is watching now, are you respected by any bookmaker? No, they probably don't even know you exist. But this guy, Billy Walters, is respected. Why? Because this guy has systems on the ground to guide his decision making when he wants to bet on a game. So he has people on field. If Arsenal is playing, say, Southampton, so he'll send people to the place where the match is going to play. They'll check out the weather. They'll check out the pitch, how the ground looks like. They'll check out the mood of the players. They study a lot of things, right? And then he has computer models to do some analysis for him to establish which team is likely to win. So because of the structures he has in place, he is able to confidently predict a match. So that way he's able to play around with the amount he's going to stake from his bankroll. So if he's so confident enough, he can stake all the money from his bankroll on a game. If not, he can stake half of it. So confidence will guide how much you stake of your bankroll. So I hope that is clear. The higher you are confident, the more you stake. The lesser you're confident, the lesser you stake. Do not do that if you are not a professional bettor like Billy Walters. Otherwise, you will wipe out your money within a day or two. So there is no sure bet. So unless you have structures on ground like this guy that are able to inform your decision, please do not use the confidence model. Now, the second type of strategy in managing your bankroll is called the percentage betting. Now, this is where you determine the amount to bet based on a percentage of your bankroll, e.g. 1% to 5%. So it enables you to increase your stake in a responsible manner upon winning. As your bankroll grows, your bets will also grow in size. So, for example, if say you have a bankroll of $20 and you decide, for me, I'm going to employ 5% as my percentage betting strategy. I said there it's between 1% and 5%. Say you say, I'm going to use 5%. So 5% of $20 should give you $1. So 5% of your $20 should give you $1. So this $1 is what you will be using as your stake. In the percentage model, you are determining your stake based on a percentage of your bankroll. So if your bankroll is 20, it will be 5% of 20. If your bankroll is 50, it will be 5% of your 50. So whatever it is at any one point in time, only bet a percentage of your bankroll. So whether your bankroll is reducing or whether it's increasing, that percent will guide you and you stick to one percentage. If you decide it's 5%, let it be 5%. If you decide it's 2%, let it be 2%. So that is the percentage betting method. And something to highlight is that it enables you to increase your stake in a responsible manner upon winning. So as you win, your bankroll grows. So if you bet on a game of 10 odds and you stake $1, you'll win $10. So if you win that $10 and add it to what is in your bankroll will grow by that $10. So your next bet will be 5% of that new bankroll. So every time, just bet a percentage of your bankroll, whether it's reducing or going up. That is what the percentage method is. Right, so I hope that is clear. So it's simply a percentage of your bankroll. It doesn't matter whether your bankroll is growing or reducing. Stick to that percent. 5% of whatever you have in your pocket will be your stake in any game. And then the final method, which is also what I use a lot, is called the flat betting strategy. And this requires you to set an initial betting amount and not deviate from it. So you set an initial betting amount. So you say, me, I have set $20 as my bankroll. So I want to use $20 to bet this man. And then out of that $20, you say, I'm going to set $1 as my betting amount. So every time I want to bet, I just take $1 from that bankroll. $1, $1, no more. So that is what I also employ a lot. And if you've been following this channel, you can hear me advising you to stake $1 in every video I'm posting here, because that is what I also stake. My flat betting amount is set as $1. So I don't bet more than that. Now, it means you will stake the same amount on each game regardless of the confidence levels. So whether I'm betting on a game of 1.50 odds or 6 odds, I will stick to my $1. You also need to set your initial amount and stick to it. So that is the flat betting method. So it's not like the percentage betting where you're setting a certain percentage. Flat betting, it is the same amount. Whether your bankroll is increasing or reducing, you stick to that amount of money. So whether you're betting on an odd of 1.50 or 100 odds like I normally share with you, or 2 odds, stick to $1. And that is my policy, that is my strategy I use, and has really helped me to manage my funds so that I do not bet money that I did not intend to lose in betting. Over the experience, I've learned that this method works well for me, because once I exhaust my budgeted amount of money for betting, I just wait for the next month, then I set aside another amount and continue with betting. So those are the three methods. Let's now look at why bankroll management is important. So the first importance of bankroll management is that it minimizes risk of emotive betting. Emotive betting is betting on emotions. Because you're a fan of Man City, every time Man City is playing, you just bet on them to win. To win every time. You don't care whether they are likely to lose or not. You are overcome by emotions. Emotions are guiding your betting. So that is what bankroll management will help you to avoid. Bankroll management can help you to avoid emotive betting and adopt a smart and informed way of betting. The other thing people do, and I've also been a victim, is that when you lose a bet, you become angry, and you want to chase your losses. Now you Start saying these bookmakers will know me today. So you start taking big amounts, taking because you want to recover. You are so mad at the bookmaker for your losses and you want to recover. So that is also emotions. So other than betting on a favorite team, the other emotive betting is when you're angry and you're trying to chase your losses. So bankroll management will help you avoid that because you've already set an amount to bet on. You can't carelessly increase it. The percentage should guide you, or the flat model should guide you. Yeah. So the second advantage, it minimizes your losses. Bankroll management will help you minimize losses. How? By establishing optimal stake amounts, you avoid chasing losses by betting more frequently or increasing your bet amounts. Because you are angry, you've been losing the last 10 games, now you start increasing your stakes because you're trying to chase your losses, hoping that if you win big, you'll be able to recover all the money you lost. Bankroll management will help you avoid that because it will dictate that you set an amount and you do not deviate from it. Remember, we said something like that. You set an amount that you'll be betting on every game and you stick to it. Whether it's $1 per game or 5% of your bankroll per game, you stick to it. Bankroll management also gives you the control over your money by initially setting aside a sum that you can comfortably afford to lose. So you earn a salary of, say, $1,000 or $100 every month. If you adopt responsible bankroll management, it will help you have control over your money so that you do not find yourself betting your rent money or your food money. That has been the undoing of so many people. So many people have suffered before because of that. So that is the other thing that bankroll management will help you avoid. So minimize your losses and minimize emotive betting. Yeah, so you need that so that at the end of the day, you will always be smiling when you bet, whether you lose or you win. She'll be smiling like this guy, always in a good mood. Yes, so guys, that is bankroll management for you in a nutshell. I hope this video comes in handy. One more thing before I finish. Personally, I normally equate betting to alcohol. Alcohol consumption to betting to me are one and the same thing. So just like they tell you in alcohol consumption, you need to do it responsibly. And if you do not do it responsibly, this thing will mess you up. Alcohol has messed people up. Tomorrow you are a drunkard, tomorrow you are an addict. It's because you are not drinking in a responsible way. So just like alcohol can mess your life, so can betting. So you need to bet responsibly, and that involves managing your betting finances responsibly. There are people who drink and you can never know this guy drinks because he does it so responsibly. High degree of self-control, self-discipline. You can never know that Tom or John drinks alcohol. But there are those other people who, you just know, you just see him approaching from a distance and you know this guy is a drunkard because he doesn't have control over it. So you need to have control over your betting too, otherwise betting will mess you up. Bankroll management will help you do that. Make sure you are managing finances well from now on. And I hope this video was of help to you. So if you feel it was, please drop a like. In the comment section, please let me know of your thoughts. Otherwise, it's a bye-bye for now. See you in the next video.